Hey, everybody, welcome to the DCA Friday podcast. With me today is Jesse Lapointe. He's a very special guest, and the reason he's on here is because he's got a side hustle that is highly unique, but I think it's ingenious. Jesse, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. And real quick, before we get too far into what your side hustle is, why don't you go ahead and tell us who you are and where you come from, what your background is, and basically how'd you get into crypto?
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you having me on. I don't know. I guess I'm from Wisconsin. I got into crypto in 2017. About July of 2017, I think I made my first Bitcoin purchase. A coworker I've been working with for years had actually brought it up a couple times over the last 10 years. I can't say exactly when he first brought it up. Bitcoin is probably considerably cheaper the first time he brought it up.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And I remember him telling me, he's like, yeah, Bitcoin's, I think it was around $2,500 at the time or something. I said, oh man, $2,500 for a whole Bitcoin. That's crazy. It's excessive. And at the time I didn't even know you could buy fractions. I started doing my research, found that out, got on Coinbase and started buying once in a while, and started buying more and more often. And I just kept going with it, through the big boom of 2017 and up until now. I've just been buying and holding.
That's incredible. Yeah. I played a little safer, but by also playing, safer, I was way late to the party. I had heard about Bitcoin in like 2009 or 2010, right shortly after I got out of the military. Yeah. I had heard about it, but the Bible freak in me was like, oh, that's mark of the beast money, and I'm not touching that.
Yep.
It's like, you know what? Chances are mark of the beast money is going to be something that, we're not going to, see coming. It's just going to be like, I don't know. I definitely don't think it's going to be Bitcoin anymore. I see Bitcoin very much as free speech money. So when I did jump into crypto, it was like 2017. And I just watched all the YouTube and did a bunch of research for like 6 months before I decided to jump in. So I missed a lot of good opportunities buying, Bitcoin at like $1,000. Like it was always too expensive. It was always too expensive,
Too.
And you know what? I should have been doing what you were doing, just jumping in and buying all the way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was doing really small amounts at first. I mean, kind of like my DCA, amounts that I do right now, I guess. But I was putting larger sums of money in there for quite a while. I was making some very large buys, and I'm kind of glad I started stretching that out, buying at different prices rather than buying a bunch of Bitcoin at one specific price.
Okay. All right. So what is it about crypto that sucked you in? What are you excited about looking into the future when it comes to crypto?
I don't know. The be your own bank thing was definitely attractive. I've used PayPal a lot. And the fees for sending money, to a friend or something like that on PayPal, those are not attractive at all. And just eliminating that third party's very attractive. I like being able to settle between you and your recipient.
No third party, no, extra transactions or fees or whatnot. It's just, and nobody else is, peeking into your business,
Right. Yeah. And you can create more of it, I mean, you look at the runaway debt in the United States here and just the money printing, it's insane. Like I keep very little money in cash, to be honest.
I hate carrying cash, but it's so much easier, to see your money go away.
Yeah.
Like, do I really want to spend this $20 bill?
Mm-hmm.
No, I can live without this or that, or it's so much easier to see your money disappear versus using plastic. But I personally am a plastic user. I don't use cash very often.
I'm as well. Yep.
It is what it is. So, what is your investment strategy? Are you a day trader, day trading, or a long time hodler? Did you take a second mortgage out on your home and go all in on a project like Ripple?
No, though that might not have been a bad idea when Ripple was around 1 or 2 cents. Um, yeah, I basically just buy and hold. I'm not a very good trader. Um, I still like watching certain people chart on YouTube once in a while. It's kind of fun. But the couple times I have tried trading, I just tried trading between points of support and resistance. Very simple. I forget what they call that. Naked trading, maybe. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm basically just buy and hold. I'd get burned if I tried to day trade.
Yeah, I'm very much the same. I don't day trade. I don't have the time to do all that stuff. I'm too busy.
Yeah.
I'm too busy building. Busy creating.
Right, right.
So,
And here in the U.S., we got to think about taxes too. I mean,
yeah.
tax-
Everything's a reportable event or a taxable event.
yep,
You
yep.
know.
Taxes were definitely rough this year.
Yeah. I believe it. I believe it. Uh, I was fortunate enough to use my tax return to purchase my one full Bitcoin at 38.56.
Oh,
And
nice. Very
yeah, so I think right now we are just shy of like me making $2,000 on that. So Bitcoin's
yeah,
currently
very
at
cool.
55.96. So $300 more, and I'll be
Mhm.
yes.
You got your ticket to the moon too, right? I mean,
That is my one ticket to the moon. I only have one
yep.
ticket, and had I been, diligently putting money into Bitcoin, in 2017 when first when I decided, all right, I need to be in this space, I'd have more, but I didn't.
Mhm.
I played it, like Captain Late.
Oh, right. Well, at least you got in, man. That's
Yeah.
more than 90% of people did.
All right. So now we're getting to the juicy part of the podcast. How are you making extra money to increase the amount that you can invest? What is your side hustle?
Okay. Um, and I'm not making a lot of extra money doing this. It's a few bucks here and there for the most part, I guess. But yeah, basically, I started out selling my own personal collection of sports cards on eBay. I was a big collector back in the 90s when I was a kid.
Was it
Uh,
baseball or basketball or what?
Mostly basketball. I was a huge Jordan fan in the 90s, and luckily those tended to hold their value pretty good up until now. Some of them appreciated. So yeah, I made a few bucks selling some of those, and then I got into buying and selling. People they'll list buy it now auctions on there, and most of the time they really list their items at ridiculously high prices.
What
So
What's the
usually,
most ridiculously high price that you've seen for something?
oh, uh, it's probably a '96 Jordan card. I think he had like $550 on it for the buy it now,
Gee,
and yeah, I mean that was I just knew from experience, no way. And that's the one I threw a really low ball offer at him at $100. That's what I felt. I thought maybe I'd get 150. And he actually took the $100 offer. I don't know if it had been sitting on eBay for a long time and he just let it go. I'm sure he didn't get many offers at 550 or whatever.
right.
Um, but yeah, he actually let it go, and so month later I relisted it, and it ended up selling for $325.
That is
So
outstanding. That
yeah.
is really awesome. I've never thought about, maybe, doing a hustle like that. What compelled you to try, I understand selling items that
Mhm.
you're like, what, I need to buy more, Bitcoin, let me, what can I sell? What can I sell? But to start thinking, I could make this a side hustle of, lowballing other people's offers, buying it, and then reselling it, at a profit, like how'd your mind do that? Like
Oh,
what possessed you to risk buying somebody else's baseball cards or basketball cards or whatever?
I guess there's always been a little bit of a collector in me, I guess, hence my name, coin collector on here. Um, and I think that's why crypto kind of appeals to me so much as well. But I still pick up cards for my personal collection once in a while, and so and a lot of those buy it now is you know um, I'll throw those lowball offers at cards that I want. Sometimes they're not price excessively high, like say a card, somebody wants $200 for a card, and I throw an offer of 150 at them. A lot of the time people will take that. So, and I picked up a few cards for my personal collection, doing that as well. But I also turn around and try and make a profit off of some of those too. You know, it could be $25. You know, you're not going to make $1 million lowballing people on eBay and reselling, but you make a couple extra bucks here and there. Mm-hmm.
Is eBay the only place where you're doing this hustle, or are you going on Craigslist and other different sites as well?
Pretty much just eBay right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. Yeah, outstanding. So, what would you say are some of the places that this grind, or this side hustle has taken you? Like, how has it impacted your life?
I guess it's impacted my life in a positive way. I've been able to buy more Bitcoin because of it. I guess it's got me back into sports collecting too. Something I enjoyed when I was younger, and I still kind of enjoy now. I've networked a little bit on eBay with other sellers. I've learned a few things about selling on there.
Like what?
Just different ways you want to, like, I used to do the 1-day auction, try and flip something as fast as possible. And a lot of the time that's not the route you want to go. I usually do like a 10-day auction now. It gives people a lot more time to look at it, and more people the opportunity to see the item and think about it and bid on the item. I notice they usually go for higher prices when you do that.
All right. So, what were some of the struggles that you personally had to learn when you would like buy or sell or list? Like what what would you say would be the lessons that you've had to take away from this? As you were going through this journey, learning how to flip cards.
Let's see, the lessons I took away from it. I suppose shipping is the biggest thing I got burned on.
Ooh, how'd you get burned there?
Well, I wasn't charging enough for shipping at first, and I actually ended up buying a UPS or USPS shipping weight or scale. Sorry, so I can figure out exactly what my shipping is going to be. And now I actually do it through eBay too, which I hadn't done in the past. I think you receive a 25% shipping discount doing that as well. But for the longest time, I wasn't doing it that way, and I just charged like a set price to ship a card, say $3 maybe, And here I go to the post office to find out it's actually going to cost $4.50 or $5 to send that card.
Right.
So you kind of learn as you go in some areas like that.
So you've learned the difference between same day flipping or 10-day flipping, listing it on eBay, and then shipping costs. That's something I never would have considered, as being a hurdle to have to learn. That's very cool, very interesting.
Right, I never considered it as well until
it's like you don't know what you don't know until you realize that you just got screwed.
Yeah, you get your feet wet or you get screwed. Yeah, basically.
How long have you been doing this?
Oh boy. Well, selling on eBay, I've been doing that off and on for 15 or 16 years. I have almost 700 transactions on there. But as far as doing it for crypto, I would say I probably just started doing that this year. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I saw the potential when I hit that home run with that card, where I offered him $100 and he actually took it.
Nice.
So I thought, buy some crypto with this.
It's so awesome when certain things start popping and clicking, and
Right. Yeah.
I love it. That is awesome. All right. So let's backtrack to the very beginning of your journey. What inspired you to do this as your side hustle?
I guess I was familiar with it. I felt that there was very little downside with my knowledge as far as like sports memorabilia, sports cards, I guess primarily. Yeah, I felt there was very little downside, and I thought it wouldn't take too much effort on my part. eBay's made it incredibly easy to sell. In recent years, they have an app that you can use now that wasn't around years ago. That just you can list items in minutes. It's so easy.
So do you do most of your business on your phone now?
I do. Yep. Very little on the desktop.
Oh, wow. That is awesome. I have to admit that, when things are going mobile or like, when applications are being built that allow you to take and build an entire business or a side hustle with just your phone, that is, to me, one of the most life-changing things that you could possibly get into.
Oh,
So
I agree. Definitely.
that is awesome. Really cool. All right. Let's say someone listening to this podcast goes, you know what, that's what I need to do. For the next few minutes, why don't you tell them, how to do what it is you do? Like, are they like a step-by-step, basically, a small tutorial?
Well, I guess first you probably want to find what you know about, or what you're passionate about. Like I said, with me, it was sports cards. With somebody else, it might be old coins, collector's coins,
or World War II memorabilia, or
yeah,
movie prop stuff, or
yeah.
whatever.
There's a collector's market for just about everything out there.
Yeah.
So find what you know, or if you don't know much about anything, learn about something. And get out there, do your research. eBay offers all kinds of information on there about how to get into selling. There are great ways to do research on there. I like going on there before I list an item to sell. I can look at previous auctions of the same card that I'm selling and see what they've actually sold for in the past using their filters option. So I can get an idea of what people have actually been willing to pay for it in the past. But yeah, they make it really easy to set up an account. And PayPal is the easiest way to use eBay right now. Hopefully someday Bitcoin's the easiest way to use it.
Yeah, it'd be amazing if they started allowing you to, purchase items on eBay with crypto.
Oh, that'd be insane. That'd be awesome.
Then you wouldn't have to worry. Half your job would be done already.
Yeah, exactly. Man. But yeah, I mean, there are all kinds of resources out there that can help a person get started. You could, download the eBay app from the Google Play Store, play around with that for a little while. You can buy and sell on there. There are all kinds of resources online. So many people's stories I've read on, about selling on eBay. Yeah, the internet's really opened up a world of possibilities there.
Did you have to do any tutorial research or anything like that on how to use eBay, or learning how to flip on eBay?
Not a whole lot, I guess. I've just been familiar with it for years anyway. I guess I haven't just sold sports cards. I've sold, I don't know, just about anything I've been looking to get rid of that's reasonable on eBay over the years. So I've always been pretty familiar with it, but I'm sure you could find a lot of resources online if you did, Google search eBay selling tutorials,
right?
Or, YouTube. I mean, you can find instructional video on YouTube about anything.
Yeah, that is true. I would imagine that I think eBay would be like the new version of having a garage sale, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you say? Would you say eBay is easier than actually having a garage sale?
Absolutely, definitely. I actually think that's why sports card shows have kind of gone the way of the dinosaur in the last 20 years. I remember going to those when I was a kid. A bunch of vendors would get together and they'd have these big fancy stands and everything, and people could come and buy and sell cards, trade cards. Now it's turned into, I think a lot of that eBay is kind of, taking that culture out a little bit.
Yeah, I think the only kind of trade shows that I would go to would either be crypto or gun shows.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. There's plenty of gun shows around here, actually.
Yeah. Wisconsin is, you can go to the mall and there's just stores upon stores,
Yeah, I've got 2 gun shops within a block or 2 walking distance where I live right here.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
big Second Amendment supporter over here.
Yeah, no, I agree. I love shooting guns. That's definitely.
What's your favorite kind
Um,
to shoot?
to shoot,
Yeah.
um, probably Glock 19. I'm simple. I don't own too many guns, but out of the ones that I do own, that's probably my favorite to shoot.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Yeah, I have to, my heart goes to the Beretta 9mm because that was my TO weapon when I was in the military.
Oh, nice.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
own,
that's
I don't
special.
own one, but I wouldn't mind owning one. But
Yeah,
that has got to be my bread and butter right there. That and the M16 because that's what I had. That's what I
oh,
had to work
absolutely,
with. You know,
for sure.
so I can't wait to get both of those. I would love to have a Beretta 9mm and M9, and then the an AR-15. Would love to have
Oh,
those. But
this
I
is an
live in
old St.
California.
Louis
California
rifle.
is a
I'm
pain in
sure
the
I get one
ass.
someday. Oh yeah,
I can't wait to leave this state.
I've heard some good things about that state, but I guess there are also downsides too.
Well, it depends on where you are and what you're doing. But to me personally, they have way too many laws and just not a whole lot of freedoms.
Mhm.
And
That's unfortunate.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we're still freer than a lot of different countries out there, but it's not, in my opinion, the most free state.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
a lot of legal loopholes to start your own business, and hurdles that you got to jump through, and all sorts of other things. And that's the main reason I want to get out is because if I do decide to look at doing a physical business again, then I wanted to do it in a different state. That's for sure.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Oh, right on.
all right, let's jump back into crypto. Last year was one hell of a bear market. Are you hodling any bags?
Oh, yeah. Yep. I, I didn't sell. I didn't sell anything at the bottom. Well,
What's your heaviest bag?
heaviest bag, probably Icon,
Yeah,
ICX.
yeah. That's definitely one of my heavier bags as well. But I don't really consider it a bag. I'm like, I I don't really care that
Oh,
I
right,
haven't
yeah.
sold it at all. It's like I would love to buy more if it keeps going down.
I agree. I'm waiting for it. Waiting to stake it. I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to staking when that starts. But yeah, and actually, I did sell a couple bags towards the end of the year last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now I did some research and I figured for tax purposes I should really record a big L here. So I sold a couple positions I was completely wrecked on, and then I bought back into it. But I recorded, yeah, to my knowledge, that was so I could record that loss in that tax year for taxes this year.
Yeah. All right. All right. Absolutely. Now, how about some final words of encouragement for people who want to follow in your footsteps and start trading on eBay? Yeah.
I guess give it your best shot. Don't. I've had minor setbacks on there. I've had a couple times where I offered I offered too much for a card, and the guy accepted it, and I was out $25 on that one when the auction ended when I sold it.
Mhm.
Don't get discouraged. That's going to happen once in a while, and don't get too crazy either. Don't. You're not going to make a living doing this. Maybe you will. I don't know. You might be really, really good at it, but most people aren't going to make a living doing this. Just learn from your mistakes, I suppose, and do your research. Definitely do your research. Mm-hmm.
Right. So utilize eBay's tools that allow you to look at the previous sell history for items that you're looking at purchasing and reselling.
Yep,
To
that's
flip.
what I like to do.
That would you say that would be the most valuable tool?
That's probably yes. That's probably my most valuable tool when I'm looking to make an offer on a buy it now. I will go through and hopefully most of the time there were similar items that have sold where I can get an idea of what people have paid for them, and I'll try and find a happy medium there for what those items have sold for and offer, somewhere slightly under that. And usually, actually, a lot of the time, I relist the item at the price that I sold it or that I bought it for. It's usually best to list an item low so people, it's attractive to bidders. They'll start bidding on it and get the ball rolling. But initially, I'll list the item at what I paid for it. And if it doesn't sell, then I'll list it lower and get bidders in there the next time around, and hopefully it goes for more.
Okay, outstanding. All right. So what do you say to people who are discouraged from getting into crypto and investing or are thinking of selling their bags at a loss?
I see. Yes. You happy you didn't buy December of 2017?
That's harsh, man.
Yeah.
That's harsh.
I was buying then. I just kept buying all the way through. But I don't know. The same thing you hear everywhere, I guess, is the best piece of advice that I've heard is don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Consider that money gone. I guess that's kind of the way I look at it when I buy crypto. It's that money's gone. Now I own this crypto, and I don't plan on getting my money back necessarily.
Right.
That way, I'm not going to miss it.
I think it's one of the beautiful things about dollar cost averaging is that, if you're not going to bet the house and you can only bet, or only invest what you can afford to lose. It's like, well, you know what? I got a little bit of spare change left over. I've got like $20 left from my paycheck. I can afford to lose $20 versus paying $20 to go out to eat, or, $20 at the movie theater or whatever. It's like, if it's $20 that's left over, why not put it into something that I believe in?
Yeah, or something that brings you joy. I'm assuming most people that are into crypto are hopefully they're passionate about it and enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy holding crypto. It's just, it's something I enjoy. So I don't mind putting my extra money into it.
Yeah, it makes total sense. And it's totally something that, in 10, 20 years, we could be like, hey, you know what, kids? Here's your inheritance.
Yeah. Go have fun. Exactly.
Don't spend it all in one place on a Lamborghini.
Yep.
All right. How about a lightning round? You ready to have some fun?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Answer these as quick as you can in less than 30 seconds. Five favorite coins.
5 favorite coins. Let's see. ICX. I'm not looking at anything right now. ICX, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. I like Cardano.
Okay. Yep. All right. Currently, what is your favorite project in the cryptocurrency space?
Favorite project? Well, I've never really thought about this, to be honest. I don't know. I guess this is going to sound weird, but I'm going to say Nano right now. Is my demonstration coin when I talk to people about crypto. You can show them. I mean, it's really fast, and you can just show them how it's supposed to work, or how Bitcoin could work someday.
Okay. All right. All right. What is your favorite space in crypto?
Favorite space?
A new technology or something like that, or just something that you're really looking forward to inside the cryptocurrency space, or something that's adopting the blockchain.
NFTs, non-fungible tokens.
Oh,
I suppose. I think there's a big future there. What Engine's doing, I guess Decentraland really, well, their project's really ambitious, but man, if that gets going and it's successful, I mean, 20 years from now, we could be looking at, you ever seen that movie Ready Player One? I don't know. It could be something like that.
Yes.
The possibilities are exciting.
We frequently talk about Ready Player One here on the podcast.
Dude, that's a great movie.
Dude, it's awesome.
Yep. I love it.
All right. Who's your favorite crypto YouTuber?
Oh, Doge Lord.
Doge Lord, Peter from Decentralized TV. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorites. Him, Crypto Daily. I don't necessarily have one favorite. I guess I watched just a few channels, but yeah, him, Crypto Daily, Crypto Zombies, entertaining and content daily. So, yep.
All right. What are you doing next? What is your next project?
What's my next project?
Yeah. Any side hustle that you plan on jumping into, or you pretty much like have ideas popping in your head, that you like to investigate further?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I've backed off from the hustle thing a little bit. I suppose I've recently gotten back into guitar. I bought a couple guitars and been focusing a lot of time and energy on that at the moment. So I'm still doing the eBay thing here once in a while, and if I do come up with some type of side hustle which doesn't consume too much of my time and to me is worth it, then yeah, I would definitely look into it. Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, where can people find you? Like Facebook, Twitter, or on Yen? Like where can people find you and reach you if they have questions about how to flip on eBay?
Yen would probably be the best place. I'm not a huge social media, like I'm not a big fan of Facebook. I do have an account, but it's mainly so people can message me on there if they need to get a hold of me or something.
Like close friends and family that you're following.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Facebook. But Yen, yeah, I said Yen would be great. I'm Coin Collector 82 on there. Yeah, I'd always be available. I usually try and log on once a day, at least check things out, see what's going on.
Outstanding. So Coin Collector 82.
Yep.
All right. You guys can find him on Yen over there, and definitely give him a follow. And you got any questions about how to flip really cool items on eBay? He's your man to talk to. I will say that. As a matter of fact, it was actually Colin who had looked at one of your status posts or whatnot, and then tagged me in it. It's like, hey, he's got a podcast. You should talk to him. I'm like, that's an amazing idea. It was actually that suggestion that got this new series that I'm now dubbing, the Yenizens Hustle. So
really nice.
Yeah, it's thanks to that post of yours that we're having this interview.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad it got you to get the ball rolling with something new as well. I mean, that's great.
Well, I think the DCA Friday podcast is, having a series of, the Yenizen Hustle where I'm just interviewing people who are in Yen, who are side hustling, who are doing whatever it takes to build, get into crypto further. I think that's a perfect fit for what we're doing. I mean, DCA, your time, your money, your effort. And it's like, that's exactly what we're all doing. Why shouldn't I be talking to everybody on the podcast?
Yeah, no, I think that's very cool. I love the community aspect of Yen. It's a great community on there, great people from what I've seen. And I like that you're doing this, getting members involved. And yeah, I think it's really nice.
Awesome. Well, Jesse, thank you very much for being on the podcast. It's a short, sweet, simple, right to the point episode. I think we've only been on for like 35 minutes, and we've already gone through like 3 pages of notes, and I'm like, wow, it's amazing how fast this podcast goes when there's not alcohol involved.
Yeah, I guess so. This is my first podcast too, so kind of learning the ropes.
Outstanding.
Have me on.
All right, Jesse. Well, hey, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing what you do on Yen.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
All right, everybody. If you guys like this episode, please go ahead and give us a like, subscribe, whatever, star rating it is, whatever platform that you're on. Go ahead and tell us your thoughts. Leave us a comment, leave us a voice message on Anchor. I'd love to have you featured in one of the episodes. So you guys have a great one, and talk to you later. Peace out.
Yeah.